taking flight. Card Spring Training, sponsored by Woods Basement Systems.
Tell me about your off season. What'd you emphasize? What'd you work on?
Off season was good. When we hired Brownie, I was able to connect with him right away and found out he was in Arizona and he lived probably 10 minutes from me. So we connected right away and got to hitting. And I mean, we were on the same page with what needed to be fixed or what needed to be worked on. And the biggest thing was just getting back to being an athletic hitter. Not trying to do too much, not trying to, whatever it was. It's just getting back to the basics of what I've always done my whole life. So, yeah, we hammered that, and it was good to have him there the whole time and then transition to the spring and the season.
Tell me about Brownie. He's coming up a lot in conversations, even when he's not mentioned. Just how much of an influence is he having already?
I think it's big. I think he's got a good track record. And just the way he vibes with the guys in the cage and then the way he talks about hitting, I think is it's not one-dimensional. It's adjustable to each individual guy. So I think guys really like that, and then also just the game planning and the understanding of where we're at any given point of the season. I mean, we'll have hitters meetings just based off of last year's numbers and going over that stuff and understanding this is where you're at. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you swinging more with, a head in the zone or with 2 strikes, whatever the case may be, 3-2 count, and just getting a better understanding of who we are as a player, and really diving a little bit deeper to be able to maybe find something that's going to, get an edge on the competition. So he's been good in those aspects.
Defensively, obviously uncertainty at the third base position coming into this year. How did you manage? You're already a guy who's played multiple positions, but preparing for kind of the unknown. Now we know, but just this offseason, how did you prepare defensively?
I mean, the same that I've always done. There's not much different. You take reps at every position, not for any reason of I might go play first base or the outfield or shortstop or whatever. Like, not for that, but for athleticism. Like, this game is if you're just sticking to one position the whole time and not moving around, different angles, different views, whatever the case may be, like, you just get kind of stagnant. So I bounce around the infield during the off season all the time, so it's no different than anything ever before.
Ollie's talked about a long runway with guys this year. If you maybe have a couple struggles, they're sticking with it, and folks are going to be able to figure it out in the lineup at the major league level. What kind of confidence does that give you to know, hey, even if it's maybe not going so great, I probably don't have to worry as much about being sent down or put on the bench?
I mean, I definitely think it's a confidence boost for everybody. But at the same time, like, if you're not producing, you got to produce at some point. If you're not producing for a long stretch, I mean, it's what happened to me last year. They gave me a long runway last year too, and I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get back to who I was, and so getting sent down was warranted. And it was probably one of the better things for me to be able to figure out what I needed to do. Like, I knew I was going to be in there every day at Memphis. And so it gave me a better idea of, what I needed to work on, and I was able to go down there and learn what was working and what wasn't working, and then obviously transition that into an off season of, all right, like, I know what's not working, and then I had some really good consistency when I was down in Memphis. So what was I doing there, and what can I bring into the off season that I know is going to help? So that was a good opportunity for me to really take into the off season some stuff.
2 more for you. How do you see your power and still being able to get on base kind of meshing? What's the kind of focal point of those 2 things coming together, being able to do both at the same time?
I think it just comes down to putting the ball in play. I think obviously power's there. It's just you got to put the ball in play for it to come out. Taking good at bats, making good swing decisions, just doing what a major league hitter is always trying to do to stay consistent. Swing at good pitches, and put the ball in play hard.
Last thing, simple. Why can this team win in 2025?
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I think you've got a young core of guys that came up together throughout the minor leagues and then have played together at the big league level and understand kind of what it takes. And we were also fortunate to learn from guys like Albert and Yachty and Waino. Like, we got to learn from those guys our first year. So that's super valuable for us. And now you mix in guys like Nato, who have obviously experience and are extremely skilled at what they do. You mix in a good young group of relievers, and obviously they did a really good job last year. And now you just get really good game planning with the new hitting coaches. You get, just a whole combination of things, I think, that are going to help out a lot this year. So it's going to be fun. I think we'll probably surprise a lot of people. But this is a good group. We've got a really good group of players, and I'm excited.